I am Rich and welcome to Rich Gear Shop. Today we're going to be doing some unboxing of a nice goodie that I have here. This is probably the most best kept secret of an 1176 style compressor. The Lindell Audio Lin76 1176 style FET compressor. Let's open it up and see what we got. Now I must say I did take a sneak peek on the inside before I did this video, but I took the manual out, so there it did come with a manual, so I did take the manual out just to let you know. So what do we got here? Ooh, what's in here? Okay, we have a power adapter. Okay, nice. Gotta have that power. Have to be able to power this unit up. Oh yes. And what else do we have here? Okay, rather nice. Some plastic here. Well, would you take a look at that? Yes. Yes. The Lindell Audio 1176 style compressor, the Lin76. Well, the unit looks nice. Got your input. The knobs feel pretty good. Lindell Audio is a pretty good company. They're a company that a lot of people are still, that company is still growing on people. They make pretty good products. You have your output knob. The knobs don't appear to be flimsy. They're nice and sturdy. We have our attack button. These doing, we have our ratios. 4 to 1, 8 to 1, 12 to 1, 20 to 1. Also have the all buttons. I can't push them all, but we have our meter and then gain reduction and other. So very typical. Nice unit, has a nice feel, a nice build. Really, really good unit. Has a nice feel and a nice build. So let's take a look at this unit a little bit in depth. We are now looking at the front panel of the Lindell Audio Lin76 1176 style FET compressor. As you can see, it has all of the conventional controls of an 1176 style compressor, but yet with a little twist, and I'm going to show you what that twist is in a minute. First, we have our input knob, which allows us to, if we want more compression, when we begin to increase the input, we will begin to get more compression on the signal that comes in on the unit. The output allows for us to compensate for the input that we are driving into the compressor so that we can balance out the signal. Now, the attack and release times on the Lindell Audio 1176 style compressor operates or works a little different from a conventional 1176 style compressor. The fast attack and release times on a conventional 1176 style compressor is normally going from the lowest number, which in this particular case 1 to 7, But on this unit, the fastest attack and release times go from 7 to 1. So that means when you want a very fast attack time and a fast release time, you would have to turn the knob counterclockwise. Both attack and release. If you want a slow attack and release time, you will turn it all the way to the right, which is clockwise. Now, we have also the conventional ratio buttons, which is on the conventional 1176, 4-to-1, 8-to-1 compression, 12-to-1 compression, and a 20-to-1 compression ratio. Now, this 1176 style compressor has the little secret that all 1176 style compressors have, that when you press all 4 of these buttons in at the same time, all 4 buttons mode, it goes into a roughly 20-to-1 ratio, and what you begin to get is a very aggressive, very punchy, and very gooey sound of the audio signal that comes through this. So if you want very aggressive and punchy and gooey type drums, this all buttons, or they call it nuke, feature on this 1176 style compressor is going to work wonderful. And also, if you want to, let's say, combinations, you can do a 20, 12, or you can do a 12-to-1, 8-to-1. You can do a 4-to-8. 4-to-1, 8-to-1. Or you can do a 20-to-1 and a 4-to-1, and you can do different combinations as well. Now here you have your conventional meter on 1176. You have your gain reduction, and your gain reduction shows you when you are driving input level how much gain reduction or compression that you're getting as a result of using the input knob. And you have your also output meters, which is plus 8 dB, plus 4 dB meters. And you also have your off button as well if you want to turn the unit off. And so that is the front panel controls of the 1176 style compressor. Lindell Audio Lin76. Now we are facing the back of the Lindell Audio Lin76 1176 style compressor. There's not much to see, much to talk about, except for you have your port for your power adapter. So you would plug your power cord into this port right here. To the right of that, you have your meter calibration screw or knob. Now what this is used for, and this is very, very important, you want to always make sure that you calibrate the meter for this unit to be able to function properly. In other words, this meter calibration is used to set the meter to rest on 0 at all times. So you should always make sure that every time you use this unit, you calibrate the meter when you turn it on and before you turn it off. This keeps the unit working and functioning properly. So meter calibration. Now, I'm not a big fan of this knob or screw on the back. I think that it would have been more easier to put it on the front. I'm not necessarily criticizing Lindell Audio because they're a pretty good company, but it's just more easier to have this knob on the front and to calibrate it than that you have to go to the back of the unit every time you need to calibrate the unit. So just wish that that wasn't the case, but in any case, it's not a deal breaker. This is still a great unit. Here you have your TSR output connector to connect this unit to maybe a mixer, or you're going to connect it to an audio interface to use, or you know, inserts on a mixer or a mix bus or whatever, or group mix, and then you have your input connector. So you have your output connector and your TSR input connector. So it has no XLR input and output connectors. That's something else I would have liked for this unit to have. But once again, you know, when you're designing the unit, you know, cost becomes a factor, and I'm sure that may have played some role in keeping the cost of this unit down. Maybe, maybe not. That's just my thinking, but still, it's not a deal breaker because a lot of people use TSR cabling anyway. So it's just as popular as XLR cable. So it's not a deal breaker, but TSR output and input ports on the back. And so that is the back of this unit and the various things that are on the back of this unit.